Hi, beautiful mommies. I am in bed recovering, but I really wanted to make this video to support you in your mommy journey of being a mom of one to a mom of two, or more. So, or even a new mom, and you just wanted to watch this for information, and preparation. So I found some really helpful things that I'm learning that are just really making the transition for my toddler easier. And my favorite thing so far, I'm gonna list 5 things in a bonus, but my favorite thing so far has been not rushing to my newborn when he's crying. So it sounds a little weird, but in the beginning, I would just be like, trying to get to my newborn, and then my toddler would feel left out and maybe a little jealous or just like anxious, and because it's such a huge change. So I would actually now, and I tandem feed. Now I would just cuddle my toddler first and tell her how much I love her, and then I would go to hug her, and then I would be like, Mommy has to go get the baby now, but I'll be back. And so that has been awesome. And she's been so understanding. And she's 2.5 right now. But she's just been amazing. And I'm so proud of her. But yeah, I would just, you know, that actually really, really helped me too, because it gave me um, more peace about, I would be like kind of like torn between my toddler and my newborn, and then sometimes the newborn crying, the toddler would be crying, but maybe sometimes pretend crying or just to get attention, or but that really, really helps. So if you can cuddle your toddler, tell them how much they're loved and that mommy is gonna be right back, and she has to take care of the baby, and even like ask your toddler to help, like get a diaper, get you water. Like toddlers are so good at, wanting to help and like just being helpful. So they want to be part of it, and just including them as part of it is really, really special. And the second thing is that I read some books to my toddler and pointed out, this is you and this is your brother. And then I would point to my stomach a lot. I just like did a lot of preparation, telling her what was going to happen. I also didn't overexert myself. I would have her, watch TV, educational things like I love Bluey, I love Tumbleleaf on Amazon Prime. And then, yeah, those books were really helpful. I'll find those books and link them down below. There was like I'm a Big Sister, and then I'm Getting a Little Brother. There's like 2 books that I got, and there's a ton of other books. And also, since we planned a home birth, which was, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I'm gonna share more about that later. But I made some videos on it already, but I'm gonna post the home birth video, and just how empowering that was. But I watched videos on home birth, and then I would share them with my daughter. So I would first watch it to make sure, but I wanted to make sure that there was like, the noises that the mom was making, the bathtub, the birthing tub, that my toddler would be really used to kind of seeing those things, and then seeing how the baby would come out of the water. And yeah, the midwives are amazing, and that's like, yeah, if you have not considered a home birth or a birth center or midwife care, a midwifery care, like definitely look into it. It's so different than OB care, and it's just women supporting women, and it's so beautiful. So okay, so the third thing that I did was I fed my toddler. I'm just breastfeeding and tandem feeding. So I think we also bed share, and there's safe ways to bed share. And I'm going to also share my experiences on that. But many cultures do it. Breastfeeding we're kind of expected to stop. We're like super encouraged to go to 1 year, but then we're like, after 1 year, then we start getting looks. It's like we get judged if we don't get to 1 year, but if we go over 1 year, then like to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, which is totally normal, and developmentally healthy, and comforting because of all the changes that they're going through, and just it's just like an amazing way to connect with your toddler and your children. And so it's like, it's just funny how it's like you get shunned if you don't go to 1 year, and then if you go past 1 year, you're shunned again. So it's like you can't win. But the thing is that, you find your own way as a mom, and what other people say is not right. What you're doing that feels right is the right way to do it. So you trust your instincts, trust your body, trust your baby, trust yourself, and just let all of those things go, because you don't need to be thinking about that. There's enough things as a mom that, you know, we have to deal with and think about. And the fourth thing is that my friend actually taught me this. She said to go get toys and just put them on a rotation, and to just get like a basket of toys. So when you're taking care of your baby, you're breastfeeding, you're doing these things, then you can have your toddler play independent play with the toys, and it's like still fresh and new. Sometimes I even set it up for her and I make it fun. Like when she wakes up, she comes up to like, a little area that's already set up with the toys, or like interacting already, kind of like interacting in a space, and I set it up really cute for her. And she loves that. So, and she gets like an hour or so of independent play, sometimes less, sometimes a lot less, sometimes more. But it's really, really helpful, and it makes them feel special. And it also frees you up to focus on the baby. And the fifth thing is to, yeah, I think that toddlers are just so smart, and they're so intuitive, and they just want to be a part of the process. And so and they want to copy everything you're doing. So we asked grandma and grandpa to get her like a Baby Alive doll, and she can take care of the baby while I'm taking care of the baby. And she feels, it's role play, it's imagination, it's fun, and she loves that. She puts the baby in the swing, and so she has like her baby, and then I'm taking care of my baby, and you know, um, we're interacting that way. And I just kind of encourage her, and even if she's just playing, then I don't say a lot, but I just watch her, and I'm like marveling at how cute she is. But and then the bonus thing is just to um, increase screen time. I know that's not popular. I know it's not like, kind of like a subject that people don't really like. It's kind of like a judgment thing, a shunned thing. It's like, you're giving your kid a lot of screen time. I think it's good to have that balance, like with everything that you're doing. I think you deserve a break too. And if you can set them up with games, there's like a Beam Boo game. It's like toddler games. They're really fun for her. There's like puzzles, and she gets to learn as she's playing, and also like alphabet songs, and like so many songs. Like she learns so much from it. So it's very, very educational. I also make sure that I know what she's watching. And I don't totally limit it, and set time limits on it. And she gets bored of it too. Like she doesn't want to watch all day, and she doesn't want to be on her iPad all day. She'll play with it for a little while and then move on to the next thing. So she's pretty good about that. And I just think that it's important to take care of your mental health. And if you're stretched like really, really thin, and you are taking care of both kids, and maybe your partner is at work or something like that, or they're doing stuff or running errands, like it's really important to take care of your own mental health. So a little bit of screen time is not like, extra screen time is not going to really hurt that. I think it can only give you some respite, and also as long as you don't feel guilty about it, because there's so many things that as a mom you just feel guilty about, um, and it doesn't serve us. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I just wanted to encourage you to be kind to yourself while you're recovering, to be kind to yourself um, as you're pregnant and preparing for your second. It's going to be such a journey. You are a seasoned pro already, so just have confidence in yourself. Um, have yeah, just know that you know what to do. And if people are like judging you, telling you what to do, and like saying like, "Oh, don't hold the baby that long," they're gonna get used to it. I'm like, I want them to get used to it. I want them to be, oh baby. I want them to be comforted um by me, and I want them to feel safe around me. It's like I don't want them to not be able to share their emotions, or cry, or like all these things that are kind of like even babies are shunned. It's like you're not a good baby because you're crying all the time. It's like, well, you're trying to communicate something to us, and that's the only means that you have to communicate that. So but yeah, it's really just about trusting yourself. People will always have something to say, like, don't breastfeed them all day and all night, because they're gonna get attached to your boob. And it's like that's what they're made to do. And you'll see that if you feed on demand, or feed when you see hunger cues and they're like licking their lips and waking up from a nap, you'll see that they're getting all of their needs met, and they're very, very calm. Actually, it's actually very pretty easy, because they just want to sleep and eat at this stage, and then they need diaper changes. But yeah, I mean, all babies are different, and that's the beauty of it. So it's like when somebody tells you don't do this and don't do that, it's kind of like they're assuming that all babies need to be treated a certain way, but that's not true. It's really just about you and your baby, and how you want to show up for your baby, and how you can show up at that moment. Because tomorrow I might not be able to show up as I did today. And I don't have to feel guilty about it. And yesterday I showed up in my head. It could have been worse than today, because I got more sleep last night. It's it's about giving yourself grace and knowing that you're doing a lot. You're doing the best you can. You're an amazing mommy. And yeah, just give yourself kindness and grace, because not a lot of people are going to do that for moms. They want, they think that kindness is offering advice. They think that kindness is telling them, like, these things that are kind of outdated, and and things like that. And second, making, like, they don't make us second guess ourselves, but saying stuff that's like that we second guess ourselves. But it is a choice if we want to listen to it and second guess ourselves, or not, and just be like, nope, I know better. I got this. It's not going to be easy every day. It's not going to be, um, a cakewalk, but it's going to be an adventure, and it's my adventure, and I get to, raise my baby how I want to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. God bless you and your babies and your family. And I'd love to hear your comments about how you take care of your baby or how you made transition for your toddler easier. I'd love to learn. I'm still learning myself. And I want to just encourage you, mommies, and I'll be making more videos um, about being a mommy of two, about home birth, about just how amazing you are too. So God bless you and have a beautiful day.